time for another British Guy Reviews American Beer. And today we have, well, it's an American beer. It's an American brewery brewing a British style beer, or being more precise, a Scottish style of beer. So we have a bottle of Kilt Lifter from Four Peaks Brewing, and I believe Four Peaks are from Arizona. But you do see this beer, I think, pretty much nationwide across the US. Kilt Lifter, I think, is the one you see the most. I have seen other Four Peaks beers, but I can't think of any right now. So today it is Kilt Lifter. Now, Four Peaks are a brewery that kind of brew traditional styles of beer. So here, the what they describe as a Scottish amber ale. I'm not entirely 100% sure what to expect from this, whether it's going to be more like a kind of Scottish export ale, whether it's going to be, because it's 6% ABV, it would kind of fit into the kind of top end of that range, or it might be more like a lighter version of a wee heavy. And I'm only guessing that it might be along those lines, based on the description on the bottle, which says that it is malty and toasted. So I don't know anything about the beer, and again, not quite sure what to expect. It'll be interesting to see if this beer gives me a little bit of a taste of the UK and a bit of a longing for home. But only one way to find out. Let's crack it open and see what we get. So immediately it's pouring a kind of, it's, let's say, a full-bodied pour, kind of glugged into the glass there as I was pouring it out. Let's have a look at the beer. It is a deep amber-colored beer with a kind of half to one finger white head. Few, kind of loose bubbles in that white head. Decent amount of carbonation kind of streaming up the glass there. Don't know if you can see that in the camera, but it looks, well carbonated, let's say. The beer's super cold, so it came out of the fridge. It came out of the fridge probably 10 minutes ago, so it's probably not quite at the right temperature to pick up all of the aromas coming off it. But immediately, like, it's kind of malt forward, caramel, a little bit of toffee. There's just a hint of kind of smoke, maybe from some roasted malts. A little bit of dark fruit there, maybe some yeast esters there. Very light, earthy hop aroma. If I'm even getting a huge amount of hop aroma off it, it's kind of again dominated by those kind of caramel malt, brown sugar, a little bit of roasted malt aroma. Okay, let's see what we get. Cheers. Yeah, so initially it's that light caramel, little bit of kind of dark fruit, kind of a little bit of fig. Not really a noticeable bitterness there. Little touch of bitterness on the back end. Kind of medium bodied on the mouthfeel. Carbonation is light to medium, kind of fine carbonation, which is nice. Kind of helps with that kind of creamy texture on the mouthfeel. Finish is nice and dry. It's for the kind of initial impression of the beer is that it's a little bit kind of caramel sweet, but it doesn't finish that way at all. It finishes, yeah, nice and dry on the palate. And you do, as you swallow and then swallow again, you do get more of that kind of dark fruit, um, yeasty, estery flavor at the end. So it's 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 a solid, easy drinking. Um, I'm not sure how I would categorize it. It is kind of along that flavor profile of a wee heavy, um, but a much lighter version. If that's not an oxymoron, a light wee heavy. But it's more to that kind of flavor profile than it is. And when I was thinking of a Scottish export ale, I was thinking of something like a McEwen's 80 shilling. It's a very different beer from that for me, and mainly because of the kind of more pronounced um, sweetness early on. Does it give me a taste of home? Not so much, but it's a pleasant, easy drinking. Yeah, not too sweet, not too syrupy, which was kind of what I was a little bit afraid it would be. Um, Again, I like that flavor profile of the kind of stronger Scottish ale. That the kind of flavor profile of the wee heavy, and it's there, but it's just a more it's just not a punchy beer like some of those are, and it doesn't have the just the flavorful impact of that kind of that wee heavy. Um, but if you like that flavor profile, then this is a nice beer to sit and have, and it's not too strong, and you could drink two or three, and you would still be fine. So um, it's a nice easy drinking, yeah, Scottish style beer, um, and like I said, it's probably their Four Peaks flagship beer for a reason. You find it everywhere. It's not particularly expensive, so I paid a couple of bucks for the bottle, I believe, um, and for a couple of bucks, it's a nice, flavorful, well-made beer. So out of five, I would give this a 3.7 out of 5. Interesting to see how it's rated on Untapped and whether I'm kind of along those lines. Sometimes the kind of you know um, the people will overrate for for something which is a Scottish beer, or and is something slightly different to the normal flavor profile that people are expecting from a beer. So I wouldn't be surprised if this has a slightly higher Untapped rating than I'm giving it. But altogether, a well put together beer, and I will certainly enjoy drinking the rest of this glass. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Have you had beers from Four Peaks? Have you had Kilt Lifter? are there other beers from them that I should be looking to find? Because they've kind of piqued my interest here. I've seen them in the grocery stores on the shelves, and they're pretty much everywhere. Um, and sometimes you think, well, if a beer's everywhere, maybe the quality's a little bit toned down. But this is a decent quality grocery store beer, and at the price, definitely good value. So again, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Always great to hear what you guys think of the beers that I review. And cheers, I'll see you next time.